Welcome to the ISO CEN BIM Standards Landscape Explorer developed by the Modeling and Standards Committee of the European Council on Computing in Construction, or EC3. The Explorer is composed of a series of dashboards that enable you to explore BIM standards in various ways. By ISO CEN BIM standards, we mean standards published by the ISO Technical Committee TC59 Subcommittee 13 and the CEN Technical Committee TC442. Importantly, the dashboard includes only standards published by those committees, not standards under development or withdrawn. We developed 8 dashboards that are accessible from the main menu here and that enable you to explore the BIM standards from different perspectives. I will now present each one of those dashboards. The first dashboard simply lists all the ISO and CEN standards covered in this Explorer. On the left, you can search standards by their unique number or by keywords in their title. Dashboards 2, 3, 4, and 5 enable you to identify the standards that are relevant to specific roles, phases, and topics of project information delivery. First, Dashboard 2 enables you to identify which standards are relevant to a specific role. We have identified 8 roles that are largely recognized in the project delivery, such as designer, contractor, facility manager, and also we added software developer. We have also estimated the extent to which each standard is relevant to each role. For example, we can take contractor and we can search for the standards that are found to be highly relevant to that role. And this gives us a list of 8 standards. Dashboard 3 enables you to do the same, but based on the project phase. Here, we use the stages defined in the RIBA plan of work, to which we added decommissioning. Dashboard 4 enables you to identify which BIM standards are relevant to a predefined set of topics, including BIM execution plan, IFC, information requirements, etc. Finally, Dashboard 5 enables you to conduct more granular searches that combine filters on role, topic, and phase. For example, you could see which standards are relevant to a client in the topic of information requirements. Then there are 2 dashboards, dashboards 6 and 7, that enable you to explore relationships between these ISO CEN BIM standards, as well as with the ISO and CEN standards that are referred to in the BIM standards. Let's explain this by going through the dashboards. First, Dashboard 6 presents the relationships only among the ISO CEN BIM standards. The relationships are defined based on the explicit referencing as normative or informative reference of a BIM standard by another. In addition, the importance or strength of those links in the scale low, medium, high is provided as defined by experts in our team. You can see that by default, the graph shows all standards published to date, but the bottom widget enables you to constrain this, which can be useful to understand how these relationships evolved over time. Then, Dashboard 7 shows a more extended graph that also includes relationships to all the standards that are referred to in the BIM standard. Those other referenced standards include both ISO and CEN standards, and we have categorized them into 9 groups representing different domains. These domains are shown here on the left with a color associated to each. For example, BIM standards are shown in green, while ICT standards are shown in purple in the graph. Note that anchors are dummy nodes, only used to pool standards of the same group in the same regions of the graph. This is solely to improve visualization and interpretation. Finally, we have one last dashboard, Dashboard 8. Dashboard 8 provides a chronological evolution of the BIM standards that might be found useful to understand the sequencing of publication of standards. Especially, this highlights how BIM standards have been published very recently, with more than half of them having been published since 2020, with many being updated now in order to reflect the publication of those newer standards. Okay, that's it. We hope these standards are useful to you. Don't hesitate to contact us if you have any question or suggestion for improvement. Thank you very much.